Watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Topping our news tonight, hundreds of Lakewood Ranch residents are making a push to make one intersection safer. A petition is making its way around to add stop signs at the intersection of Balmoral Woods Boulevard and Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. That's where we find ABC7's Rick Adams live with the latest. Rick.
Yeah, Jacqueline, good evening. This is the intersection that we're talking about. Many folks here say it's pretty dangerous.
As time has gone by, our perception is that things have gotten worse.
What Jim Ragosi is talking about is the intersection at Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and Balmoral Woods Boulevard, coming out of his Country Club West development in Lakewood Ranch. He says it's a very dangerous intersection with many close calls, especially during season. Ragosi is not only a resident, but also chairman of the board for his community.
The issue is the problem that folks have in negotiating getting out onto Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, taking a left-hand turn, which has to encompass going a pretty good distance with 2 lanes of traffic coming both ways.
Residents are pushing Manatee County to do something about it. More than 800 people in the area have signed a petition to add stop signs at the intersection. Longer term, people who live here are hopeful that a stoplight can be added or a roundabout. Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Ken Watson says those are great ideas, but he also is encouraging drivers to be extra careful, especially around intersections like the one in front of Country Club West.
There's no question that additional signage always helps. We never want to go overboard. We do not want to take the driver's eyes away from the roadway, but the bottom line is additional signage is always good when it is in the appropriate place.
Just down the road from the Balmoral Woods intersection, there have been at least 2 fatal crashes recently. Last month, a 98-year-old passenger of a car was killed in a head-on accident at the intersection of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and Endeavor Drive. And in November, a 74-year-old woman was struck and killed by a vehicle while crossing Lakewood Ranch Boulevard near Health Parkway. Ragosi is fearful that with more development on the way in the area, the problem will only get worse.
We need to work with the county to have them help us develop a program here that people can move through, but at the same time move through safely.
In a statement we had received from Manatee County, it says, "We anticipate completing and responding to the requesters regarding the intersections of Lakewood Ranch at Balmoral Woods and at Watercrest by next month. We are collecting and reviewing vehicular volumes, crash data, and site visibility at these intersections. Only after we have completely reviewed this data will we be able to recommend or make any changes." And the petition will be brought to Manatee County Commissioners at their meeting on May 8th. Reporting live from Lakewood Ranch this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Okay, Rick, thank you for that update. Hit-and-run crash deaths are on the rise, hitting a record high. AAA reports more than 1 hit-and-run crash happens every minute across the U.S. In 2016, hit-and-runs caused more than 2,000 deaths altogether. The majority of those killed were bicyclists or pedestrians. AAA is urging drivers to stay alert and never leave a crash scene, which is illegal regardless of who caused the accident. State transportation officials are going over improvement plans to a busy stretch of US 41 in Manatee County. FDOT wants to make changes to US 41 from 69th Avenue to 63rd Avenue West and also from 53rd Avenue West to Cortez Road. The plans include adding new sidewalk along both sides of US 41, as well as lighting and signal improvements. Well, as school districts try to figure out how to implement state-mandated armed security in all of our schools, one highly debated topic has been the School Guardian program. A school just north of us in Polk County has had a similar program for more than a year. 8 faculty members at Southeastern University spent months learning to shoot, fight, and stop an active shooter. They currently walk the Lakeland College's campus armed and undercover.
We don't believe in giving guns to teachers. We believe in asking people to say, would you be willing to be trained as law enforcement and serve in both capacities here on our campus?
I have no doubt that these guardians will save lives if called upon.
At least 2 school districts have approved that Guardian program this week. Well, St. Martha's Catholic School in Sarasota was on lockdown today. Just before 3 o'clock, police received reports of a shooting in the area near St. Martha's Catholic School. While investigating, several witnesses told Sarasota police that a motorcycle had backfired, and that was the sound that they likely heard that sounded like gunshots. A man later confirmed to police that his bike had backfired at around the same time and place that sound was heard. Well, the Broward County Sheriff is facing harsh criticism for his handling of the deadly school shooting in Parkland from his own men. The Broward County Sheriff's Deputies Association overwhelmingly voted no confidence in Sheriff Scott Israel, although the result is largely just symbolic. The head of the deputies union says Sheriff Israel has refused to take responsibility and department morale has been crushed. Here at home, Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight is still looking to hire 14 deputies to patrol 12 elementary schools as part of the School Resource Deputy Program. The deputies would work 10 months a year and reportedly make around $43,000. Overall, the program will cost just over $1 million. Well, a beautiful evening tonight here on the Suncoast. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Good evening, Jacqueline. It is a beautiful night. There's not a whole lot going on with the exception of this low pressure area to the north of us. We've been talking about it. It's not a very big low, so we're not expecting big changes. You can see it's bringing some moderate to heavy rainfall now into eastern portions of Georgia, into the Carolinas now, up into actually near West Virginia. This area of low pressure will continue to track basically off to the northeast, and as the low moves further away from us, the trailing cold front is not going to have a huge impact on our weather. You can see the end of it is not doing much. A few showers in South Georgia right now. It may pick up a little momentum and get a little bit more moisture as it moves through the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow afternoon, bringing with it increasing clouds and a chance for showers. You'll see that in a minute. 72 right now. Humidity still pretty comfortable, 78%. Winds are out of the south at 5 before the front. Those winds will switch around to a west-northwesterly direction once the front gets through. Here's the futurecast then. Showers staying to our south. Pretty heavy rain band down there. We'll see that weak line of slightly cooler but mainly drier air slipping on in. There's a 1 o'clock Friday, a few showers are possible. Even just after sunrise, there's a chance for a few coastal showers, but I think mainly after 1 o'clock. And then that front continues to kind of hang up stationary just to our south. And it looks as though we'll see a pretty decent weekend ahead. We'll have the details on our weekend weather forecast and update you on the warm spell headed our way coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, talk to you soon. In national news tonight, jurors found Bill Cosby guilty of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. The 80-year-old was on trial for drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constand 14 years ago. ABC's Maggie Rulli tells us just how many years he could face in prison.
Bill Cosby walked out of the courthouse Thursday afternoon a guilty man.
You're a pervert! Don't wait to us!
A very different scene for Andrea Constand, seen here with a huge smile, hugging supporters. Other Cosby accusers were coming out of court in tears.
This jury has shown that what the Me Too movement has saying is that women are worthy of being believed.
A jury of 12 deciding unanimously that the 80-year-old comedian drugged and sexually assaulted Constand at his Pennsylvania home in 2004.
She was that first courageous person that stood up in public to go to the authorities and say that Bill Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her.
Finding him guilty on all 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault.
Oh my God, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Upon hearing the first guilty verdict, Cosby simply put his head down. Later, when the district attorney argued Cosby should not get bail because he could flee on his plane, Cosby lashed out, yelling, "He doesn't have a plane, you expletive." His lawyers say they will appeal.
We are very disappointed by the verdict. We don't think Mr. Cosby is guilty of anything, and the fight is not over.
But for now, the comedian once loved by so many as Dr. Huxtable, Fat Albert, and the face of Jell-O pudding is a convicted felon. Cosby was released on bail and is now at home on house arrest, where he'll remain until his sentencing hearing, likely in 3 to 4 months. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Norristown, Pennsylvania.
New at 11, a historic moment on the Korean border. The leader of North Korea and the president of South Korea met on the border of their respective countries today. Then in a symbolic move, the two joined on the northern side of the line before both leaders stepped over into the southern side. Tomorrow, the two leaders will hold a summit, which they say will likely focus on denuclearization and improving relations between the two Koreas. They'll meet at the Peace House, which is located on the southern side of the Korean demilitarized zone. A day after a federal appeals court sided with the state in a legal battle over felons' voting rights, Al Sharpton and other religious and civil rights leaders marched to the state capitol and held a rally calling to restore those rights. More than 100 activists gathered outside of the State House in support of proposed Amendment 4. If approved by Florida voters this fall, that amendment could allow some convicted felons who've served their time and paid restitution to automatically have their voting rights restored.
There is no more critical issue in this land because that will decide who the elected officials are. That will decide who can sit on juries.
Once you have served your time in prison in this country, you pay your debt to society, it ought to be your right to vote.
A panel of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals blocked a federal judge's order late last night that would have required state officials to overhaul Florida's process of restoring felons' voting rights by today. Well, in consumer news, the price for Amazon Prime is going up. The company announcing today it'll raise the price for its membership program from $99 per year to $119 per year. The CEO of the company says it's becoming costlier to provide Prime services, which comes with those perks like free shipping and video streaming. The change goes into effect on May 11th. Prime renewals will see the change on their accounts beginning on June 16th. Stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, we have this year's top NFL draft picks and how the Sarasota County Fire Department got their hands on these adorable baby hawks.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Bob, I know you've been talking about a few possible changes over the next couple of days.
It's not going to be drastic.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have to change plans much at all. Okay. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe a brief shower or two, but the weekend's looking good too. That's a good sign. You know, the weather's been so nice as of late and looks like it may continue right on in through the weekend, although we'll have a little brief disruption tomorrow. That is the result of a weak cold front. We talked about it in the earlier weathercast, and again, that is not going to be much. Nice sunset tonight, a beautiful one right there. On Siesta Key, it looked nice too. Michael's sending this one in, and a beautiful shot on Siesta Key. Appreciate that. And another one right there, just down the road, Crescent Beach. Tracy sending that in. You can see some clouds off in the distance there. Again, looking at another nice sunset tomorrow. So here's what we got. We've got a weak front arrives on Friday, a weak cold front. It's not going to be really too cold behind it. Temperatures will stay slightly below average, I think, on Saturday and Sunday morning. It's going to be a mild weekend as well. We're going to see a much warmer week, though, next week. It's going to be in the upper 80s. Unfortunately, even some 90-degree temperatures not out of the question as a result of a large, sprawling high-pressure ridge, which will build over much of the eastern third of the nation. While this low-pressure area tracks off to the northeast, there's a little trailing cold front with it. Not much to it at all as it heads to the southeast. Currently, nothing cold about this. It's nice, 72 degrees, and winds are out of the south at 5 miles an hour. The pressure continues to rise now at 29.96. The high today was 78. That was comfortable. This morning's low right at the average of 63 degrees, 91 the record. While the European forecast model does depict some shower activity around the timing, maybe an hour or two difference from what it's showing there, but we are expecting one or two brief showers, especially inland. The rain chance only at 20%. The front continues to move southward and kind of fades away. We have some higher clouds moving in with a westerly flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere, around 30 to 40,000 feet on Saturday. And then that quickly moves out of here on Sunday. We should see sunny skies and temperatures a little bit warmer by midday. We'll start off on the cooler side, though, on Sunday, low 60s, which is nice. As far as the national satellite and radar imagery goes, there's not a lot of big storms around the U.S. right now. This one was the one that brought us the rain on Monday and early Tuesday morning. That's now finally starting to wrap up over Maine. This one heading in that direction, but it's not going to be as bad, but still bringing some showers to the northeast portion of the United States. And then this little hitter here doesn't have much moisture to work with. It is moving off to the south right now, but not having much of a factor. So for us, expect some increasing clouds tomorrow afternoon and a slight chance for a few showers as another storm heads toward the northeast. We'll take a look at the longer range forecast showing quite a bit of rainfall down to our south near Cuba and into the Florida Straits. But for us, we're going to stay high and dry here for a while. This is a long-range forecast. The blue indicates the colder air, red and yellow warmer, obviously, and you'll start to see that kind of spreading off to the east and even into the northeast over the upcoming week. In fact, temperatures will be upper 80s, approaching upper 80s each and every day from Monday on and through Friday of next week. Then another weak front moves in next Friday. We've been watching this area. The European model starting to show a little line of low pressure developing here. So we'll keep an eye on it for you, look at future runs, but right now nothing to worry about, just indicating that the tropical season not far behind. Temperatures in the 60s and 50s for highs tomorrow, so spring finally hits most of the U.S. After that tough spring that they've seen. Also for boaters tomorrow, winds out of the west at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet. There'll be a light chop now. We are anticipating a little bit higher seas over the weekend, but no advisories necessary. Water temperature 78, and the beaches will see a high right around 78 degrees tomorrow. As far as the 7-day forecast goes, looks like this. We're going to see nice weather tomorrow despite the clouds and slight chance for shower. And then the weekend looking really quite nice, a little bit below average. And then here we go, upper 80s Monday. Right on in through Thursday. Now today, 31 reef balls were lowered at the M2 reef just off in the Gulf of Mexico, about 7 miles offshore. This is the project that you see right there. It's the M2 reef, but now known as the Tom Wallen Reef, who is passed away in 2006 of cancer, and this is the reef balls that they make. It costs $70,000 to release those 31 reef balls, and it's all in memory of Tom Wallen, who's been a big-time angler here and taking care of fisheries and making sure that it's sustainable, as well as that's his son right there who now runs Walt's Seafood. That is Brett Wallen, and he does this every year. They put on a big fundraiser to raise money to do this. It's amazing the cost at $70,000 for that. And again, it looks like they have a big event coming up on the 20th of May. That's the 20th of May at Walt's from noon until 6 to raise more money to do it again. Wow. So he's been doing it since 2006, and it's really getting big, and it helps sustain the fisheries around here. And their generation, I think they started in 1908, his family.
I think I did
fishing.
A story on that last year.
1908,
It's amazing
pretty
what
amazing.
it can do for the reefs down
Oh,
there.
yeah. And on that last reef ball that you saw there, he had his plaque on there, and some of the ashes, the remaining ashes, were also in that reef. So this is another big angler here. He's going to be huge. Cortland Hunt catching this big snook. This was sent in by Captain Scott Moore. Appreciate that photo. And the photo before it, I wanted to show you this if I can. We'll see if it shows up here. I wanted to show you this photo because I told people about it. This was caught in a retention pond, a 36-inch snook. That's fresh water. I know. I talked to, again, Nate Brennan, who is a scientist out there at Moat Marine at the Agriculture Park, and he says that sometimes it can happen on high tide coming through the drains. The snook can get in there. They aren't able to reproduce in fresh water, but they can get big, as we saw right there. And then Captain Johnny Long, again, from the Long Ranger Charters, bringing in this for his guests, 26 and 41-pound kingfish. And last but not least, Coach Steve Herrick out there with his client, Ed Pruitt, catching this big drum. So the fishing going good. And
Looks
again,
good out there.
It looks to be pretty good over the weekend.
I'm still so surprised by that snook in the fresh water. Such
yeah,
an
it is
interesting
amazing.
Story.
Right.
All right, thanks, Bob. We'll stay with us. Sports is coming up next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
With great power comes great responsibility.
New tonight, Marvel Studios' Avengers Infinity War Week continues with Benedict Cumberbatch, Don Cheadle, and Elizabeth Olsen.
I can't take the suspense.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds and 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starved diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed, or your money back. So get Lipozene and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipozene for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipozene for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Up Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Now, sports.
The pick is in, and it's Vita Vea for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who swapped first-round picks with the Buffalo Bills, moving back from 7 to 12 to select the University of Washington tackle. Vea completes a powerful defensive front for the Bucs, who also signed Tampa native Jason Pierre-Paul this offseason.
You know, when they traded out, I was bummed out. I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to Tampa anymore. And, you know, what do you know? They come back around, pick 12.
Well, now here's a breakdown of the top 5 picks in tonight's NFL draft. The Cleveland Browns taking Heisman Trophy winner Baker Mayfield with the number 1 pick, and Denzel Ward from Ohio State as the number 4 pick. The New York Giants took Saquon Barkley from Penn State at number 2. The Jets taking Sam Darnold from Southern California, and the Denver Broncos snatching up Bradley Chubb, the defensive end from North Carolina State. The Rays playing again tonight in Baltimore, looking for their 6th straight win, and they got it right off the bat. C.J. Cron launches the ball deep center field for the 2-run home run to put the Rays on the board. The Orioles did not get a hit until the 5th inning. The Rays taking home the win tonight with a final score of 9-5. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound, and a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Earlier today, the Sarasota County Fire Department helped Venice Wildlife with rescuing 3 baby hawks. Take a look at these cute photos that the county posted on Twitter. The hawk's mother was being treated at a local facility for poisoning, and without the help of these men, the little babies would not have made it on their own. So glad to see they are doing well tonight. Cute little things.
Yeah,
Very
appreciate
fluffy.
those photos being sent in too. You know, a lot of people sending these photos in and all these videos. I really appreciate that. We're looking at some nice weather too for photo taking tomorrow night. I think it should be a beautiful sunset. We are going to see a little increase in cloudiness, but not much, and a chance for showers. And meteorologist John Scalzi will have much more on the latest model runs of the small rain chance on the Good Morning Suncoast tomorrow, so be sure to tune in for that. And it looks like the weekend is shaping up to be quite nice. So if you have any plans for the weekend, not a problem around town.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Bob, and thank you all for joining us this evening. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a good one.